Hey guys, it's Frances with Find Your Crazy. Welcome back to another Tip Tuesday where I get to share my favorite tips, tricks, and hacks for raising a really big family in a really small space as we travel the U.S. in our RV. And last week I talked with you about the laundry situation that we have. It has been a challenge to stay on budget and be able to do laundry for such a large family in an RV that does not have washer and dryer hookups or come with a wash machine and dryer. So we tried really hard to find a solution that worked for our family. And we were going to laundromats, and that's pretty good, except it cost us over $100 a month just to do the basics. That was a budget buster for us. And also, it took very precious time going to and from when we wanted to be out adventuring. And so check out last week's video because I share with you our washing situation, where today I'm going to talk about how we dry all of those wet clothes. And you're gonna be surprised at how quick you can dry clothes outside. I'll tell you, I have always had washer and dryers. I have actually had multiple washer and dryers. In our old house, I had washer and dryer upstairs where the kids were and downstairs in our girls' apartment. So I was really spoiled, and coming into an RV that had neither of those was a big challenge for me and for our family. And so I have never washed clothes and then hung them out to dry. But now I love it. It has become an economic, affordable way for us to get our laundry done quick and dried quick and get on the way. And so I'm going to share with you some of the tricks that we have for outdoor drying. And the first one is how we do it. You're going to find in many of your campgrounds, there's going to be restrictions on being able to put clotheslines outside of your rig. They don't want you tying into trees for environmental reasons. They also just don't want the look of people's dirty or clean underwear hanging throughout the campground. And so you're going to have a different solution than just putting up a clothesline on the trees outside your rig. So for us, we found this incredibly slim line, lightweight, so lightweight, portable clothes hanger. So I'm going to show you how this works because it looks really small, but it really folds out into an amazing system that will fit an entire load of laundry for our family, no matter whose it is. It gives you different levels of drying. You can also just put up one side if you're doing drying inside, as I've done on evenings when it's been raining. I've been able just to do one side, or you can put up both sides, all different levels. And you're even able to put laundry, clean laundry down here. So we have found this to be wonderful. You can also get the types of drying racks that attach to the side of the rig, but for us, we liked the space of this and being able to lay it out. We put our towels from the pool out here. So even if you have a wash machine and dryer in your rig, or you like the laundromat, you're gonna have wet clothes, you're gonna have muddy clothes, you're gonna have things you want to lay out. So I would say at the very least, look into an outdoor drying solution like this. We're gonna put the link in the description box so you can see exactly what it is, see the dimensions, and make sure that it works for you. And then I bring out my laundry from the little Giantix washer that I talked about last week. So check the link on that. Make sure you see how we're washing the clothes. And then I just bring them out and dry them. Couple of tricks. In the Giantix, it's very small. And when you put a lot of laundry in there, it tends to get pretty wrinkled. And so if you don't want to spend extra time ironing, here is my trick on that. Make sure that you do it really fast after you get your laundry done. Be ready to get it out. Don't let it sit. Those wrinkles are going to get in really, really deep, and there's not much you can do about it. Also, I make sure that I just really kind of, I don't know what you would call this, like wring it out, squeak it out, I don't know, whatever that is. I'm going to do that, this thing. And then I lay it on the rack, and then I take my hands and I press it out. I have found that does almost as good as ironing. It makes it super simple. It also gets out most all of the wrinkles that I have found, and it makes it really just almost like you put it in the dryer. Another trick that I have as I put out these is I try not to do them in the sun very often. It's great, it's quick, and it's really wonderful to have that sunshine on your clothes, but it will bleach out your clothes as well. So after time, sitting in the sun day after day after day is going to start to fade different portions of your clothing. So make sure that you're mindful of not always putting it in the sun all day long, week after week. We have the nose of our fifth wheel camper. We make sure most of the time we dry up underneath that. That also helps if it's a little bit overcast. We're not sure if it's going to rain. We stick our clothes right there. And if it is raining, what I do is I put them out. I wash a couple of loads of laundry, and I make sure that they're just sitting out here drying just a little bit. Maybe that's in the living room, maybe that's under the nose of the fifth wheel. And so I put the laundry out, I keep washing, and then I usually take an entire 3 loads, and then I take them to the laundromat, and for $2 I'll dry 1 load with 3 different loads of the Gigantics in there. And so that is helpful too, because I'm able to get a whole lot more clothes in there dried very quickly because they've already been spun and they've already sat out a little bit. So they're just barely damp, and that just fluffs them. So if you like the feel of the dryer sheets and the static guard and all of that and the smell of that, you may just want to pop them into the dryer for just 1 cycle, put a lot of them in there, let them dry that last little bit, get the wrinkles out, put the softener in there, and then you'll be good to go. I only do that every so often, just if the weather like today is overcast and I'm not sure, I'll just make sure to take them over to the drying at the campsite, or I'll take them over to the laundromat. Most of the time I can get it done. Even inside, we have a dehumidifier. We're able to get it dried overnight, lickety-split. All right, this also has a great little spot where you can hang swimsuits, you can hang socks, you can hang anything that has small straps to it. So if you have like a sports bra, or if you have strappy shirts that just don't fit over here, this is a great thing. You can put tons and tons of socks over here, and that's what we do. But one thing we don't dry outside is underwear. I'm sorry, you might do that, but we all are a little embarrassed and don't want our undies hung out for everybody. It's a little bit embarrassing. And I read a story about one lady whose underwear flew across the campground and ended up in somebody else's campsite, and that is a no-go for our family. So we do not hang out our underwear. Socks, yes, but not underwear. So you might want to put those little unmentionables and things you don't want strode around the campground for everybody to see. You might want to keep those inside. We have some little hooks inside of our shower, and I just hang those up in there, and that way they're out of sight and nobody's embarrassed. So you might want to take that. Yeah. So those are my drying. That's how we do it here in our RV at Find Your Crazy. But maybe you have a really good trick of how you dry your clothes after you've washed them. Do you use the laundromat? Do you use the campground washer and dryer? Do you have the luxury of having one in your house, in your rig? That is so awesome. But if you have another drying solution that's a tip that you would like to share with me and our community, I would love to hear it, because I am always learning and always want to incorporate your hacks into our life, because it takes a village to run these households. So I hope you have a great week. I hope all your laundry stays done. It never does for me. But I hope that this trick may help you just a little bit to realize that even if you don't have a laundry facility in your rig, you can make do with a portable washer and outdoor drying, and your laundry is going to be super clean, super wonderful, and you'll be out adventuring before you know it. Have a great week. Have some crazy fun with your family, and I'll talk to you later. Bye, guys.